It's Malira Green, and you're watching the Superwoman Project. Please enjoy this next episode. So, who are you?
Gosh, I am Crystal, a jewel in God's eye, I like to say. Someone who's bold and raw and brilliant, if you ask me.
Ooh, I love it. I love it. So, what is it that you do?
I do a lot of things. I'm a singer, I'm a dancer, a worship leader. I am a jewelry designer, a home decorator, a stylist, and I'm a virtual assistant.
Okay, so I thought I wore all the hats. And when you said worship leader, I was about to break out in the song, and I had to realize that we have to do this for everybody. So afterwards, but no, honestly though, with everything that you do, what is your why? What connects them all?
Honestly, I would say my why is the fact that I'm just really creatively charged. I feel like when God created me, He was just like, I'm going to do the most with this one right here. I have a big mind. There's lots of things that I want to do. I don't always know how to get there, but it's just like, I want to do it, so I'm going to try. So my why is literally just because God said so, just because God gave it to me. I just want to make Him proud. And I feel like He gave me really cool things that I'm good at, Like, I don't like to do accounting. That's not fun, but I can do it. Yeah. But I'm grateful that He's made me a creative. So that's how I breathe. Like, dancing is how I feel. Singing is how I breathe. And decorating is just, it exudes all of this positiveness that I just love. So my why might be, the answer to it might look a little different, but my why is just to really make God proud. So, I don't want to give off counterfeit, gifts and counterfeit actions. I really want to be genuine in how I move. So, yeah.
Cool, girl. I got all the chills and everything and then some. What would you say to a person that wants to reach that point of, I just want to give God my all, but they don't know where to start? What would you tell them?
Whew, loaded question. I was just talking about this yesterday. I would literally say, just take the first step. Like, I feel like God's already proud of you even when you feel like you're doing the least. If you wake up every day and you push for something greater than what you already have, I feel like He's proud. But I would just say you have to take that step. You have to keep pushing. You can't just say, oh, I hit a wall. Oprah hits walls, I'm sure. But yeah. You get a car. She didn't get to that point by saying, well, I tried to get the car and it didn't work. She got the car. You didn't have Apple products because Steve Jobs just said, oh, the first prototype didn't work. Like, you have to keep pushing at whatever you want in order to get to the greater things, to get to the other side. Mm-hmm. And in my mind, I always imagine when you think you're doing your best, that's not enough. You have to push a little harder. It's like that picture that is on social media of the little girl holding the bear, but God's holding this huge teddy bear that she went at like Busch Gardens. And He's just like, but I have this for you. Let go of that. And I just figured the little that I have is that little teddy bear that I've been trying to hold on to. So every time I push or take a step forward or get on Canva and create my business card or get on Google and create my email, that's me pushing towards greater to fulfill the bigger picture that God has for me. So yeah.
Man, when you were speaking, it reminds me of the Les Brown quote. It says, you don't have to be great to get started, but you do have to get started to be great. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what God wants for all of us. It's not about knowing the how. It's just saying yes and knowing your why.
Yeah, knowing your why and knowing that you're enough. Even if you fail, you're enough. I think when I got divorced, I was like, I'm a failure now. He took everything. Nothing is working for me anymore. I lost everything. But I had to remember I'm enough. And I had to remember to be still. And I remember getting it tatted on my arm so that it can be a visual reminder, even though it's in the Bible, that we don't carry the Bible with us 24/7. Yeah. So in my mind, I was just like, gosh, you have to remember you're enough even without. And you have to remember you're going to fail 1,000 times. But there's going to be that moment where your success is on the other side. And if you just keep that in the back of your mind, I think that you can really, you've already won when you get your mindset to that point, if that makes sense. Yeah. So, yeah.
Man, well, let me tell you this. You're definitely a superwoman. And if anybody didn't get anything from you today, they're going to get that their journey looks different. and it's okay to do all the things. I think we live in a life where we push down people who want to have their hands in so many different things. Or how do you balance? You have to be a mom, you got to be a wife, you got to be a worker, you got to do this. But God does give us all of these gifts. So what I will tell you is you are a gift to the world. You are enough. You only would have failed if you stopped living. And I'm telling you, to see you means you're living. And I'm grateful for that. And I hope everybody who watches this video gets inspired to be all the things and then some.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Did I say under the time?